then you're going to count as part of that 150 or 120, whatever our number is. And so we want to make sure that you understand that. I know that a lot of people might not even know that, so we just kind of want to pass that on.
Yes, we do, and things are just really different. It's hard to look across the way, not see visiting fans in the stands, and just to see a few of the senior parents here. The Warriors have 9 seniors listed on the 2021 roster, but a lot of sophomores, a lot of underclassmen. We'll talk more about it as the game goes on, of who to watch for the Warriors and also for Sprague as well.
Right, and the game format might be a little different. Have you mentioned that yet? Where we're going to play the first half as regular football, take only a 5-minute halftime, and then coaches are going to evaluate, and they may go to a jamboree type setting after that, or just go ahead and play normal football. But Sprague did not get to practice at all last week. They were all in the ice and snow and the down trees and no electricity. So there's no kickoff right now. So we're getting ready to start football.
And there's no time on the clock either. No time. An untimed. Wait now. There we go. It's been a while since all of us have been here in the booth, so they're getting the clock. Yeah, no kickoff.
There we go.
Start at the 30-yard line. Sprague will have the first opportunity on offense, working from our left to right. Logan Smith at quarterback.
Yeah, trips to the left and single receiver right. Looks like a Lebanon offense formation. Lebanon's defense is exactly what it has been for the last couple of years, a 3-5, and so we'll see how that works, or a 3-4 sometimes if they're in a cover 2.
There's a handoff up the middle for a gain of 2 yards to the 32-yard line of Sprague. Sets up second down and 8 yards to go.
It's really hard to see the numbers on Sprague. They've got the white uniforms with the light orange colors for numbers, so it's really hard to see numbers from here.
Shotgun formation, rolling to his left, throwing to his left, completed for the first pass and completion of the night. Short pass to the Sprague sideline.
A nice defensive play out there by our corner, and that was Braden Curry. Braden came up well. It was a 5-yard pass, came up, chopped his feet, made a tackle, and then of course Dane Cephas was flying over from the safety position to help out also. So.
Braden Curry was an all Midwestern Conference. I still call it Midwestern Conference. Honorable mention at defensive back. Now sends up 3rd down and 4 at the 36-yard line of Sprague. Smith, shovel pass. The Warriors are there to stop. See if that is Waylon Wolf. Looks like Waylon Wolf. No, it's Ryan Rivers. They both look the same height. I'm going to go with Waylon Wolf with the tackle at linebacker for the Warriors, middle linebacker. Waylon is one of the Warrior players to watch this shortened season. Good-sized player for the Warriors. Now 4th and a yard, and they're going to go for it. Sprague in the power I formation. Handoff up the middle. Nice hesitation. Still on his feet. Breaks a tackle across the 50, across the 45 of the Warriors into Warrior territory. First down on the 4th down play. Ethan Bullock, number 34, the ball carrier. 5'10", 190 pounds. So now 1st and 10 for Sprague. First down and 10. And a handoff, to the left. Quick pitch. Warriors defense, right side of the defense, comes up to make the stop.
The Warriors defense looks really fast right now, coming up and making good tackles on the run. Even the short pass routes, I really like the way that the corner, the safety, and the outside backer, if he's not stunting, is hustling out there to make a play. So let's see how they do on this second long.
Yeah, loss of a yard on the play, 2nd and 11 to go. First quarter action of the first game of the season. Long pass. Smith, it's up in the air and whistle.
We had illegal motion right away on Sprague just before the snap, so they blew the whistle dead. And they were trying to throw the 9 route, a little fade route to the right, and testing our corners. They just want to see how well they can match up, and they were, testing Austin Rolls here to begin with. Austin played last year, I remember, and did some good things.
Warriors return a lot of starters from last year's team that lost up at Park Rose High School in the playoffs. So after the penalty, 5-yard penalty, 2nd and 16, back to the 50-yard line. Quick pass, it is incomplete. He is hit by Waylon Wolf.
Right. Coach Judy, the defensive coordinator, brought some heat that time. We had at least 6 guys that were coming in, and then we dropped one in the center. Everybody else locked up man-to-man. So the quarterback, Logan Smith from Sprague, really had to get rid of that ball before the route was broke, and so it was an incomplete pass.
Great speed by the Warrior defense affecting that pass. Brings up 3rd and long, 3rd and 16. Needs to get to the Warrior 34-yard line for a first down. Back to pass in the rain, and another dead ball. Illegal motion again. Receiver down here in front of the Warrior sideline is moving too quickly.
Right, and they were testing Rolls out again, but Rolls had great position. He almost caught that football, and you know, we don't have height or weight on the roster for Lebanon, but he's guarding a receiver that's 6'2", and I'm pretty sure Aaron Rolls is not that tall.
So the rain is coming down right now, which is affecting some of the throws here, even though there's been a couple penalties. Logan Smith, definitely a passing situation for sure on 3rd and very long.
That looks
Pressure
like
coming, screen. It's set up pretty nicely. He's at the 45 of Lebanon and to the 40-yard line. It's going to be short by about 6 yards.
That's a good call, you know, when you got a really long distance, you know, to run deep routes and then throw a screen route. Hopefully that you can get a lineman to block for you or two, and then you pick up. And they picked up some pretty good yardage.
They went for it on 4th and 1 at their own 39, so they're definitely going to go for it at the Warrior 42 now. Marked it back 2 yards, so 4th and 8 for Sprague. One back to the right, sprinting out to his right, throwing, completing to number 2 in the Warriors. Nice tackle, open field tackle by Dane Cepas.
It's a first down.
It's a first down, unfortunately.
So a lot of room out here. They were playing man-to-man, and there was a lot of room out here on the wide receiver, so they got Rolls on his heels a little bit. And so, but he came up really hard. He just kind of missed the tackle, and then Dane Cepas came in and cleaned it up.
Completion was to the 32 of Lebanon. Good by 2 yards for the first down on 4th down. Their second 4th down conversion. Now under center, Logan Smith hands off to his running back, who will try to find a hole through the left side of the line and get a few yards on that first carry.
Right,
this series.
That's Adam Ferguson from Sprague carrying the football and picked up about 3 yards.
Gained up to the Warrior 29-yard line. Set up 2nd and 7 with 7:40 to go here in the first quarter. No score from Heath Stadium.
We've got a 4.5-minute drive going right now. They line up an I formation, twins to the left, tight end right, that's it.
The Warriors anticipating another run. Looked like a false start, and they did throw the flag. A couple of Olympians jumped too early, and
I think they caught that receiver again out there. He's just trying to get off a little too quick, and all they're doing is running a deep route with the wide out, and the inside slot man is running an out 5 to 7 yards, and they're trying to get us, knowing that our safety is probably covering the number 2 man, the inside route, and so that's usually good for like 5 yards. I know that Sprague was in, they had plenty of their kids were in passing leagues over the summer and the fall, and I was talking to one of their coaches.
2nd and 12, missed tackle by the Warriors. Running back still on his feet at the 20, inside the red zone now, and Sprague matriculating the ball down the field, and will set up first down inside the 20 at the Warrior 17-yard line.
Yeah, unfortunately that was a missed tackle at the line of scrimmage, and he just ran through a one-arm tackle, so they have now gone 5 minutes on this drive. They have 1st and 10. It's on the 17-yard line of the Warriors.
Very impressive drive so far by Logan Smith and his Sprague Olympians on 1st and 10 from the Warriors 17. Handoff. And the Warriors' middle defense was up to the task on that one.
Just a blast play. They lead a fullback. They're in I formation. They'll lead a fullback through a gap or through a gap between center and guard, and then the tailback will follow him, and so the fullback becomes another blocker just leading up through there. We met him at the line of scrimmage, and he gained 1 yard. We can live with that.
Bring up 2nd and 9 for Sprague. Warriors were 6-3 last year, 6-4 overall, 6-3 in conference. On 2nd and 9 for Sprague. At the Warriors 16, back to pass to his left. That is wide left of his intended target. Incomplete pass, and will stop the clock at 6 minutes and a second left.
So we've seen the same formation here the last 7 or 8 plays. Tight end right, twins to the left, and the inside slot man is running the out route, and the outside man is running a fade or a post. And they're just throwing that route. I've seen 2 fade routes, but we had illegal motion on both of those. So those are the 2 routes that I've seen, and looks like a different formation this time though. We've got 3 receivers to the left, single receiver right, shotgun, and single running back.
Appears as though it could be a passing, and rolling to his left, he will pass. Pressure coming, missed sack opportunity by the Warriors, and there's a sack right there. Dane Cephas coming up to make the play from the safety position. Nice job by Dane.
That, the first tackler that came in, met him 5 yards deep, missed the arm tackle there, and then he had the quarterback Smith had to roll out even further to his left. Dane's coming up from the safety position. Scary thing when they're in 4 receivers and your safety is coming up. So they're going to have to drop somebody to help cover on that. And same formation. We got 3 receivers to the right this time.
Loss of 5 on the sack, and it's 4th and 14 now. Back to pass across the middle. 3 Warriors there to bat the ball down, and you love to see that. 3 Warriors right around the ball.
We have a Warrior down in the end zone.
We do. There was a collision.
He got hit in the knee when he was going down there, so let's hope he's okay.
Well, we got 1 break that we need to catch up with. We'll take a quick break with 5 minutes and 8 seconds left. The Warriors will have the ball on a turnover on downs. We'll come back and check on the Warrior that's down in the end zone. No score from Heath Stadium on 1580 KGAL.
If you'd like to do it yourself or need some helpful advice to it, your neighborhood Ace Hardware and Contractor Center can help. Summit Ace Home and Garden in Lebanon has been that helpful place for almost 70 years. Formerly the Dominant Supply Building Center, now it's known them by their new name, Summit Ace Home and Garden.
Yes, you can go to college, discover your passion, prepare for a great career, and make friends and memories that last a lifetime. And you can do it all for far less money when you choose Lynn Benton Community College. Schedule a campus visit at BLB.
1580 KGAL.
Welcome back to Warrior Football on 1580 KGAL. Rob Allen III with Rob Allen Jr. Here in the first quarter, no score. The Warriors. Only bad thing about that drive was 6 minutes and 52 seconds went off the clock, but the Warriors did have a good stand, and let's see who the Warrior is. I think
it's Waylon Wolf. He's got a left knee.
He's had knee problems before.
Being helped off, and so that's another bad thing that happened on the last play of this deal. So he's not putting any weight on that. So hopefully, he'll be able to come back, and we'll see how he's doing in a little bit. Okay, so the Warrior offense is coming out, and you're going to see 2 running backs and a single quarterback, split backs, and a quarterback and a shotgun. We got motion from the right tight end, and we got illegal motion from the left tackle before the ball's snapped.
So the first penalty on the Warriors will march them back 5 yards. Back to their own 18-yard line. The 1st and 15 for senior Cole Weber. And the Warriors with tight running back formation, but in shotgun like they have been the last few years.
Right. They're giving you a tight end look this year a little bit. That's kind of nice to see. This
Here's
is a counter coming the back
handoff,
from right to left.
carrying the pile forward for an extra couple yards. See, this is Braden Burton.
It's good hard running.
Braden, a junior for the Warriors. Speedster, along with Dane Cepas, who's now going to flank out to the right in this formation. Dane will be in the slot. Single back formation for the Warriors.
Right, tight end left and slot left.
First pass by Cole Weber, just out of the outstretched arms of his receiver. Jaron Miller, intended receiver, also went through the hands of a Olympian defender as well. It's going to be a tough night to throw with rain coming down. Try to get enough on the ball on these passes. We've already seen a couple of passes slip out of the hands of Logan Smith that came up short.
Tight end right, wing right, and then twins to the left, the inside slot.
3rd and 11.
Kind of a
Cole
bad
Weber
snap
gets
on
it off
ground.
the turf. He throws on the run. Dane Cepas, beg your pardon, with the catch and a Warrior first down. Nice job by Cole Weber to elude the pressure. Coming up the middle and throwing across his body to his fellow senior, Dane Cepas.
We got
for
some
first down.
Got tempo coming up here now. Warriors are already on the line of scrimmage. Tight end right, wing right, and a wide receiver on the right hand side. Single receiver left. One running back.
4:10 to go first quarter. Now an
Speed
option to the right side of the formation. Braden Burton gets corralled for a short gain.
Yeah, Braden didn't read that block very well when he got outside there. We actually had a block driving the defensive man outside, and Braden made a fake, but he ran outside right to the defender. So this is good early stuff. You know, the kids need some live action here. See what they see. Sprague's running a 4-3, college 4-3 right now, actually, and then they bring up their rover.
So on 2nd and 8 from their own 41, handoff to Burton. And he'll bring up 3rd and long for the Warriors as he gains up to the 42, maybe 43-yard line, 43-yard line of Lebanon. Austin Rolls will come in, substitute.
Braden lost a shoe.
So 3rd and 6 coming up for the Warriors. Converted on their first 3rd down attempt just a moment ago. 2-back set with Braden Curry spread to the left formation. Play action pass, roll out, nice catch. That's Cepas again on the run at the 40, 35, 30, still on his feet and wrapped up at the 21-yard line.
So it's definitely you can tell that Cole Cepas is one of the better athletes out on the field. Not only is he quicker, but he's stronger, and he just has a lot of confidence in what he's doing. And it's nice, that we're trying to get the ball to him and get some looks out there. So
The pass was about 5 yards, but the next 30 yards or so was all Dane as he broke tackle after tackle. And now it's 1st and 10 Lebanon at the Sprague 21-yard line. 2:20 to go first quarter, no score from Heath Stadium.
2-back set, and it's kind of a slow play developing. And right now, Sprague got a couple of defensive linemen that are penetrating pretty easily.
They have 3 players, Coach Allen, that are listed, seniors, that are listed 6'4", each 3 of them 6'4", at least 275 pounds.
Right, and
they're getting through pretty easily on some of these run plays.
right. Yeah, I know that one of them is Brett Hasson, and Hasson is coming through the line pretty good at the defensive end spot, and then they have another one, 79, I believe.
Silvio Letty Moore.
Yeah, he's coming through pretty well. There's a nice swim that he caught in on the quarterback already.
Pressure, and Weber on the run. He has nobody open. He'll have to throw it out of bounds.
Right.
They're coming through. They're pinning their ears back and coming through with pressure from their front 4.
Right. Their defensive line, those 2 guys that we just mentioned, Moore and Hasson, has definitely got some good skill set there, that they're able to swim, able to rip, and able to bull rush because they're just big enough, that they can do that. So we'll see. I know that I see them switching positions right now, and they're moving to a different set. So they got 3 down linemen right now. 3-5, basically like we run, the Warriors run.
Minute 29 to go after the incomplete pass on 3rd and 10 from the Sprague 21-yard line, and the Warriors center. The guy to the right of the center,
the guard, right guard,
moved.
The Mike linebacker was coming up and going to stunt, and he kept jumping in, and he pulled our man offside.
That's Dominic Fernandez.
So they called the Sprague guy as coming in, and the encroachment, came across the line of scrimmage and caused our right guard
to flinch.
To flinch, to be ready to block to protect the quarterback. So that was a good call.
Moves the ball 5 yards closer to the end zone on 3rd and 5 from the Olympian 16-yard line. Can the Warriors be the first to get on the scoreboard? Handoff to Rolls up the middle, and I think he got a Warrior first down inside the 10.
And you see him hit the hole,
yes,
threw about a yard or two, and then he spun around, and then he spun again and kept his legs moving. What a super hard running effort by Austin Rolls in that to pick up that first down. It's a great effort.
And we'll set up the Warriors at 1st and goal from the Sprague 8 as we come up on the 1-minute mark of the first quarter here at Heath Stadium, Lebanon High School. Game number 1 of the 2021 season.
2-back set, man-to-man defense by Sprague. We've got Braden Curry wide to the right.
That's Weber with the keeper, and he will score a touchdown for the Warriors.
They run an option, and the defensive end went outside to the pitch man, and linebacker standing on the inside, so nobody on the quarterback. So a nice read by Cole Weber and running that in the end zone. So let's see how we kick the ball.
Warriors have 2 kickers this year, with the man who's been doing it the last couple years, Uriel Ibarra.
Snaps a little high.
High snap, no pressure.
Okay, so we're playing a little bit of the jamboree rules.
Okay.
No kickoffs. The other team isn't really punting the ball, so I don't know if anybody's going to punt the ball. We'll see.
Okay.
And then PATs, no rush. You're not rushing the PATs. So.
That's the way it is with this shortened season, and it's up to the coaches what they want to do and how they want to format this game.
Because of the first game, and because Sprague didn't practice,
they're a week behind.
They have to count this as a practice as far as days go. So I think that's part of what you're restricted. You have to have 10 practice days in before you can play football games. So
6-0 Warrior lead with 43 seconds to go on the game clock. First touchdown of the season for the Warriors to senior Cole Weber, who last year had 19 touchdown passes, 5 interceptions in the passing game, but scores with his legs, and a nice, as Coach said, a nice fake to the running back that sold the defense and opened up a wide gap on the right side. Now from the 30-yard line, Sprague with their second chance on offense. Handoff from Logan Smith to his running back up the middle.
Nice blocking up front by Sprague. I know that they kicked out and they used their fullback to counter block, and then their tailback came back and picked up 8-9 yards. So that was a nice run by Sprague, and I know they want to be honest and get a running game going so they can get that passing game going. Right now you're going to see 1 running back and 3 receivers on the left, counting a tight end.
2nd and 1 after a gain of 9 by Bullock, the running back. Last play of the quarter if he can get it off, and he does not get it off in time. The clock says zeros on the time, and the Warriors will lead at the end of the first quarter here at Heath Stadium, 6-0 Lebanon over Sprague, and we'll be back with more Warrior football on 1580 KGAL.
Need tires? Hi, this is Shane from Mega Point S Tires. Lawnmowers, tractors, cars,
what's that?
and semis. We have your tires. Mega's
Oh. No.
Help you with full auto repair. Mega Pointers Tire and Auto, South Y in Lebanon.
Or Linco Federal Credit Union. Keep your money in Linn County with Linco Federal Credit Union. Enjoy a visit with one of our friendly staff at a neighborhood branch near you today. Linco Federal Credit Union. In Albany, Lebanon, and Sweet Home. In Lynn, you're in. Ready?
From RKI Insurance, Pat the Y in Lebanon.
The tiny house craze has hit the country, and at Lassen RV, we're ready for it. With quality workmanship that can hold up to everyday use. We sell vacation homes on wheels, or no hassle, no pressure customer service. It's Lassen RV in Albany.
KGAL.
Welcome back to Warrior Football on 1580 KGAL, the start of the second quarter, and we'll have our third party of our broadcast all the way down in Crater, Oregon. Crater, Tom Gerner, who's keeping stats for us. Tom's done KGAL work for us. And Tom, what do you got for us? You got any first quarter stats for us?
Well, Crater High School is actually in Central Point, Oregon.
Yeah.
Just named after the lake, I suppose, or the parking lot as we go. Nothing official, but of course Lebanon's got some good stuff going. Cole Weber, he's got 52 yards, and that's what we got there. And yeah, it's a little hard to tell with the TV because everything's blurry. But hey, we have what we have, and I'm glad you guys are calling it. So right back to you. Oh, Beavers up 5-3 over BYU.
Oh, then that would be baseball, by the way. Beavers baseball up 5-3. And Tom is joining our broadcast this year to bring us stats from Central Point. Tom is a Lebanon alum and also has helped us with KGAL broadcasts in the past. And glad that he'll be joining us this season to bring us stats. He's watching the game on the live stream, and it's hard to tell the numbers, and there's a slight delay, but he's doing the best he can. But stick with us here on 1580 KGAL. On the radio broadcast side of things, we're here live and still have not gotten going with the second quarter of action. Waiting for.
So I guess we could say if you guys call it good, I'll get the stats right.
That's true. That's true. We will try to be as accurate as possible as the game goes, especially with these up-tempo styles of offenses that teams do tend to play. It's a challenge to keep up with them, but we do the best we can.
Fantastic.
Equipment issue for the Warriors, and quite a delay going on here. Saw that Dane Cepas was on the sideline, got back into the game, and now can't see if he's back out there or not. I did see a sub go in possibly for him. Let's see who that is. Number 20, Sam Brandt, who is a sophomore. Remember Sam Brandt for the basketball season last year. Started for the Warriors for a good part of the basketball season. All right, here we go with the second quarter of action. The start of the second quarter, 6-0 Warriors. Sprague, second and long. Here's a blitz, and tripping him up for a sack for the Warriors. Number 15, Blake Siebert. Nice job coming off the edge by Blake. Linebacker for the Warriors with the tackle and a loss on that 2nd and 11. A loss all the way back to the Sprague 30-yard line. 29, make it the 29. One of the Warriors was blocking my view where the ball was. So 29-yard line. Loss of about 6 yards on the sack. So now they've adjusted the first down markers. Now it's 3rd and 11. It was 2nd and 5. Here's a play action pass. Trying to get to his receiver downfield. It's incomplete. Great coverage by Austin Rolls, number 22, who had a height disadvantage there, and probably most of the year may have a height disadvantage, but he makes up for it with his heart and hustle out there on the island, on the defensive back island. All right, and it's 4th down and 10. 4th down and 10 for the Warriors for Sprague at the 29.
And I really think that we talked about this a little bit with jamboree rules type to help Sprague get their practices in and that kind of stuff. So it's not, I don't believe this is going to be an official game score. So you may not see any punting tonight. And we know
no kicking at all.
We know that there's no kickoffs tonight.
We did see a PAT attempt.
And I don't think there's, so.
If you want to really call it that.
Yeah, and there was
there's
no pressure.
Right, so just practicing the kick itself, you know.
Right.
Which unfortunately was a wide left. But hopefully he'll get some more practice if the Warriors can get some touchdowns.
Right. Snap was a little high, so it came down and got set just a little late, so it threw a timing off on that PAT.
Not Ibarra's fault. So look at this. We have a punt formation after talking about that, Coach.
Oh, they talked about it?
And said, okay, we're going to punt.
Let's see if
the Warriors have 2 returners back.
Okay, let's see if they can't rush.
Yep.
No rushing.
No rushing. And we're back to live. And it sails out of bounds over on the far side.
Okay.
42-yard line, great field position for Lebanon.
Well, when I talked with AD Craig Haney, he said that this was going to be, there was going to be some jamboree type rules going on. So I just assumed that was going to be it because, Sprague had 3 opportunities to punt, 2 opportunities to punt, hadn't punted. So we'll see.
A team that won 1 game last year, and nobody's playing for hardware this year. There's no playoffs. Just playing for pride and playing for just to be out here.
Right, a 6-game.
Enjoy football, one of your favorite sports.
6-game series.
1st and 10 for the Warriors now in their 2nd offensive series of the game. It's hard to say that. And there's a fumble, and Sprague has got it. Cole Weber gets the ball stripped. I'm not sure who got through, but
I couldn't see the post was in my way.
Post in the way. So the first turnover of the game. Looked like he came through pretty free. I'm not sure if that was a missed assignment or
well, I did.
What?
What I could see was that Sprague was in a 3-man front, so there was a man over the center, and we had 3 guys blocking him like wedge block and driving him back 3 to 4 yards. And I was just about ready to say the offensive line's just kicking them, but I couldn't see beyond that. So somebody came in from the right side and stripped Cole Weber.
Sets up Sprague very nicely at the Warrior 36-yard line, 1st and 10. Handoff up the middle, still on his feet is Bullock. He is a hard runner. And hard to bring down on that first contact. He is strong. Look at his legs, very strong, low center of gravity. And moves the chains to the Warrior 23-yard line for a gain of 13 yards. 10:48 to go before halftime here at Heath Stadium. First game of the season.
Same play.
Same play and not the same result, but he still goes forward for about 4 or 5 yards.
Right, that was a nice tackle by Dakota Gatchett, a nice tackle by Dakota coming up there and making a hit. I know that it gained 4 yards, 4.5 yards, but Sprague right now, offensive linemen are getting off really quick, fullbacks hitting the hole fast, and then the tailback's able to kind of run after to get to the second level quickly.
Logan Smith back to pass to his left. It's complete to one of his favorite receivers. A near face mask, but not called. As Braden Curry brings down the receiver. Gain up to the 11-yard line of the Warriors. Gain of 8 yards on the pass play.
When you and I showed up an hour ago or so, the wind was blowing flags straight out, but now there's no wind at all, so that's kind of nice. Rain's coming straight down. That's not a good thing.
Very light rain though. Hand off to Bullock, and he had a big hole and close to a touchdown. It is a touchdown for the Olympians as they tie this game up at 6 after the Warrior turnover just a few plays ago.
Boy, they're running a nice little counter trap where they're blocking down from the right side, and then a left guard pulls and kicks out our defensive end, and there's no linebacker there to be found at the second level. So they've been executing the trap, a little bit of counter against our defense. So here comes the PAT, and it looks to me like there's not going to be any rush. Our down linemen are standing straight up with their hands on their hips. So
11-yard touchdown run by Bullock. The kick is up. It looks good.
Yep.
And it is. And Sprague takes the lead. It's 7-6. 9:40 to go in the second quarter.
Takes advantage of our turnover.
Points off of turnovers. That's 7 for Sprague. Warriors have yet to create a turnover, but hopefully they can do so as this game goes along. We'll return with more football action. The Warriors trail 7-6 here at Heath Stadium, and we'll return on 1580 KGAL.
Looking to save money on lighting fixtures?
Who was the kicker?
Owners of J&J Electric invite you to compare prices, but don't buy.
Don't know. Mick could not see. Put out that into the field stuff.
The hometown coach of J&J Electric has been extra over 50 years.
So just to let you know, Tom, the stream can hear our side conversations. So anything that we say just needs to be related to the football game.
Right.
Yeah, which we normally do anyways. So just a heads up. They can't.
Still a 3-man front.
Okay. Welcome back to Warrior football on 1580 KGAL. The Warriors start at their own 30-yard line. Handoff to, it's like Burton on the run. No, it's Rolls. Of course it's Rolls. He's been getting pretty good handoffs here the last few times. The Warriors have had the ball, and he gets all the way up to the 39, a gain of 9. 2nd and 1.
You know, he and Rolls and Burton, they just run so hard, and you know they're not very big fellas, but they sure pack a punch and they hit the hole quick, and then they won't stop their legs until they are on the ground, and I like that.
2nd and 1 for the Warriors. Low snap,
Yeah.
pitch, cut by Rolls. He gets the Warrior first down with that cut.
We are having a little bit of trouble with that snap. I noticed 4 or 5 different times that snap's coming back slow, kind of lofted a little bit, so it's taking a little bit of time getting there, and then that gives the defensive lineman just that extra step. So I'm hoping that that's going to be taken care of here in the next week. Get that ball back to, get that back to Cole a little bit quicker. See what I'm talking about? It's just a little low snap, and it's got a little bobble on it.
And there's a shovel pass by Weber out of bounds towards the Olympian bench.
Just trying
He's
to
on the run.
Yeah, save the sack. So
that's all he could do.
Yep. Yeah, right now that's I'm sure that's a concern. Uh-oh, there's a yellow flag. They calling intentional grounding? Here it comes.
Yeah, intentional grounding.
Was no receiver over there, I guess. I've got this post right in that way on 35 or the 40. So it's having a hard time seeing that, but
have to check on that rule. I thought that you could throw outside the pocket out of bounds.
I think in the pros you can,
but
I don't think in high school.
Not in high school. That's too bad. Definitely don't want to take a sack. But that's worse, the penalty.
And the down.
And the loss of down is worse.
So there's 4 defensive linemen now for Sprague, 3 linebackers, 2 running backs for Lebanon.
2nd and 22. Now, and a pass to the near side here to Braden Curry to the 35. Still in bounds at the 40. And ran out of bounds. The 46-yard line of Lebanon will set up 3rd and short. So great play there by the Warriors. Nice little screen pass. I couldn't tell.
It's just a wide receiver.
Quick hit.
Quick
Hit, as coach would say.
Quick hit, that's what it is.
And using the speed of Brady Curry to sprint up the sideline, stayed in bounds, thankfully, and sets up 3rd and 5 for the Warriors. Need to get to the other side of the field to Sprague's 49. Back to pass Weber, pressure up the middle. He's flanked to the left. Throwing wide open receiver, and is short. Wide open receiver on the far side. And Incomplete pass. Set up 4th down.
Yep,
It's
just
too bad.
was running to his left and trying to throw the ball down the field about 25 yards, and it's just come up a little short.
Intended for Jaron Miller, number 18.
All right, 4th down.
4th down. Let's see. Cole Weber is
Looks like they're
back
going
in
to
punt formation.
Looks like they're going to go ahead and punt.
Got one return man standing at the spread 24-yard line. Warriors are disorganized.
They are.
Needed
Had an extra man out on the field, so call timeout to reevaluate. Maybe they're just going to say, hey, let's just go for it. I don't know. We'll see what Ty has to say.
We keep it here on 1580 KGAL with 8:17 to go in the first half. 7-6 Sprague. They just got on the board thanks to a Bullock 11-yard run. Warriors next week will host Dallas for the first conference game of this 6-game season. Warriors will also face South Albany, West Albany. Both those games will be on the road. And then we'll have their final, I guess it would be senior night, against North Bend, who is now 5A. They've been 5A the last couple of seasons, and we'll finish at Silverton. So pretty stiff schedule for the Warriors. All your rivalries that you could want if you're a Warrior fan.
Yeah, they're definitely playing the tough part of the league, and the Warriors should. They're in that part of the league. So. All right, let's see what they got going here. Punt or run a little fake?
Yeah, dangerous part of the field here where you could go for it. Got your quarterback who's punting, and it's a low kick with end-over-end bouncing action. Speedster for Sprague on the return. Looked like number 1, Riley Davis, 5'9", 165-pound sophomore. On the run, and a decent return up to the Sprague 37-yard line. First and 10 for the Olympians. So they definitely have momentum right now after the Warriors they scored. They're on the board first.
That's right. Their time of possession is far more than the Warriors right now, and they've been running the ball well here. So they're in a passing formation right now, though, and let's see what they want to do here.
Back to pass. Logan Smith rolling to his left, completing to his receiver at the 45, and he scurries forward to the 49. That's a gain of 12 on the pass play.
Yep, so we're just giving a little too much cushion on that. And then the catch and the run on the inside, not forcing everything outside. So let's see what they come up with now. They're in their I formation. So let's see if they run that counter trap again, if we have anybody pulling. Yes,
it is their favorite play.
Yeah,
with Bullock up the middle.
Right, and then they'll pull their left guard, Brett Hassoun, and kick out. And so this play has been really good for them.
So what do you got to do to combat that?
Well, you have to read, like the offside linebacker over here, if that guard is pulling and going away from you, you know that they're blocking over that way, so you have to watch the cutback, and it's kind of a zone block, but it's still a kick out. And so the Warriors have to be able to try to fill those gaps here.
Smith back to pass to the far side this time. Complete, and he's got a good rhythm going with these quick passes.
Yep, and then a run, quick pass. They got a nice routine going here. Got the Warriors on their heels right now a little bit, so let's see what's going to happen. I know that we're trying to get some fresh bodies in there too to give some of our kids who are going both ways a break. So let's see, we have the I formation again. It's the same play where they'll pull Hassoun. So it's a nice counter play to the right, and they're picking up 8-9 yards on that thing just about every time.
6:46 to go, first down pickup for the Olympians. 6:45 and counting to go before the half. It's 7-6, low-scoring game here at Heath Stadium. Thanks for joining us on 1580 KGAL. Rob Allen III with Rob Allen Jr. The Warriors have to stop this play. They have to adjust.
Right. If we can get one of our outside backers to come down hard and close that hole.
Rodriguez, he got a block and got to the outside and sprints to the end zone. The Warriors were behind him. And that's a sophomore, too. He's an excellent-looking sophomore, 6'3", 190-pound receiver.
Yep, and it's just a quickie again. Just a quick little hook, and then a second receiver makes the block. So it's one-on-one, and if they got you spread out and they got the right spacing, that makes it hard for open field tackle.
23-yard touchdown pass and reception from Logan Smith to Rodriguez. 13-6, Sprague lead. Kick was stronger than the last one.
Yeah, that was a good snap, good hold, and a good kick.
14-7 now, 6:20 to go in the first half. 14-6, excuse me.
So the Warriors have to find an answer for the counter, and then they keep running it to the same side. They block the right guard, right tackle. They block him down, then they pull the left guard, kick out. We have to close that hole down a little bit and see if we can't bounce that outside maybe, and then see what happens there. Because we're not going to be able to get that from our first level people when you have inside shade of our down tackle. So we'll see if that can change. The second thing is, the quickie passes to their quick receivers. They catch, and now it's 2-on-2, and you make one block, and now it's 1-on-1. So that makes it tough. But the Warriors really do need to get some offense going here too.
Against this stiff front, whether it's 3-man or 4-man, it's 4-man right now.
Right.
1st and 10 from their own 30. It's a pass, or excuse me, it's a run. And Burton will be thrown down to the turf for a short gain. Looked like he was going to get to the edge, but Sprague is really fast flowing to the ball. They're pumped up right now.
Yeah, and they've got quick kids also. Our kids are pretty darn quick, and they're matching that quickness, I would say, with their perimeter people. And then, of course, you look up at the line, and like you said, 6'3", 6'4", 230 plus. So they're able to hold their ground there, and then their linebackers can run. Right now, our linebackers aren't able to run much because we are getting kind of pushed back from their offensive line.
2nd and 8 after Braden picks up 2 yards on the carry.
Looks like Cole audibled out of that play that they just had called. So now coach calls a timeout. He saw something too, just wasn't adding up. So Cole tried to get that changed, but the play clock was going down. The referee had his hand up there for the 5-second count. It was almost a delay game.
Get warm water exercise throughout the year by diving into the Lebanon Community Pool. Summer swimming lessons are coming, along with pool parties and rentals. Plus, you can join the swim club. Open 7 days a week, the Lebanon Community Pool. Learn more at LebanonPool.org. From construction site development to subdivisions, from roads to driveways, from water and sewer lines to demolition or cleanup, there's only one company you need, R.J. Armstrong and Associates. And contact them at 541-451-4286. That's 541-451-4286. So 5:29 to go before the half. The Warriors trail 14-6 and need to get something going here on this drive. 2nd and 8 out of the timeout. Coach Tomlin, see what they draw up. It is a quick handoff up the middle.
Yeah, it was a nice trap play by the Warriors, actually. The guard and center doubling down, pulling left guard to kick out. So it's a quick trap up through the, the 2 hole, which would be right over the right guard.
Right over some of those big defensive linemen that have been getting through. But nice job by Cole Weber, just
picked up 8 yards in the first down.
First down, yeah.
So
to the 40-yard line.
So
of Lebanon.
That's not a bad call. Run some quick counters, maybe a quick trap, and then maybe a counter to see if we can get some of these big guys to stand up, and then we kick them out.
1st and 10, Lebanon at their own 40. Back to pass. Weber completes to Braden Curry.
good for a yard or so.
Well, I saw Dane Cepas. The play was going to the right, but Cepas was going wide open to the other side of the field. I thought he was going to throw to Dane, but unfortunately, he was not looking that direction.
Well, he probably wanted to. It's that snap is not getting back to our quarterback.
I could not see the snap with the post.
Yeah, that snap is a floater and hitting Cole Weber down by the feet. I don't think he's had a snap come to his waist in this game. I mean, I just haven't seen it. So we got to take care of that and see if we can't get that shaped up a little bit. And then the timing of our running game, the timing of our veer, our option will be there.
Second and 8. Burden with the carry to the far side. Turns on the burners. And because of those burners, he was able to get close to the first down.
I don't think that's a first down. Those guys are running around, marking it like it is. They're messing up.
Yeah, they moved it back a yard.
They're messing.
It's going to be 3rd and a yard.
They don't know where to put the marker now.
No, it's first game of the season.
Yeah, they kind of messed up there.
First kind of dress rehearsal of the season.
That's pretty close, but that ain't quite it.
Needed to get to the...
They got the orange marker.
Yeah, there it is.
So
Needed to get to the 50-yard line.
That was nice that they had the marker on that.
Yes. They're near the 50, maybe just a touch shy of the 50-yard line. So we'll call it 3rd and less than a yard to go for the Warriors near midfield. 4:41 to go, first quarter. Cole Weber back to pass, completed and hit immediately as soon as he caught the pass. Dane Cepas with a catch. Nice hit by number 11, Colton Herring, on Dane, but Dane with the reception showing his toughness gets a Warrior first down.
That's right. Good concentration. The ball was floated a little bit. It was kind of slow. I know that Dane had one of the big guys in his face once again from Sprague, and so he let it go, and Cepas just kept his concentration, then took a good hit after the catch.
First down at the Ole 44-yard line, and Weber gets hit quick again, but he got the ball to Braden Burton. Tries to get what he could on that far sideline, not very much. How about a loss of about a half a yard?
Right.
Full yard, actually.
I know that Sprague stunted that time and was not picked up, so we had to make that pitch very quickly. And then Sprague did a good job of stringing that out to the sideline. So one back set. We got tight end right and 2 receivers to the right also. So 3 receivers to the right, single receiver left.
2nd and 11, we'll call it. The ball hits the turf again. Cole Weber retreating back to his 36-yard line. And he did have an open receiver, but it gets out of bounds.
He just can't throw when you're running for your life there.
He's lucky to get the ball.
Yeah, no, they're just not getting the snap to him. That's just the bottom line right now.
Well, if they're not getting the snap, do you think about going under center, or do you keep going with it?
It's not part of their offense.
Yeah. Unfortunately.
You know, I'm not sure.
It's not good to move your quarterback up an extra yard to be closer to where that penetration.
No, your timing is
coming.
off. Just got to get the ball back there. And what's tough is Sprague puts a nose guard on your center, and that just gives him twice as much to think about, you know. Looks like he's just outside right shoulder now. But
3rd and 11 now after the incomplete pass. Better snap this time. Screen to Burton. Let's see if his speed will take control. And he does. Oh, the ball scurries forward on the turf, but I think he was down before the ball came out, and it will be a Warrior first down. This is the legs of Braden Burton.
This is a good call by Ty Tomlin. You know, when you're getting that kind of pressure, those guys are rushing through hard, then throw a quick screen, you know.
Slow them down.
Try to slow them down a little bit and get those guys to move up some. Nice play.
Nice play to the Olympian 33-yard line. First and 10, 3:12 to go.
Okay, here we go. We've got 2 running backs tied into the right.
3:12 to go first half. 14-6. Sprague lead over Lebanon here at Lebanon High School. Fumble and the Warriors' second turnover They cough up the football to Sprague. Again, I think Sprague did get an arm in there on the Warrior running back.
Yeah, well, he did have the ball going into the line, and then he dropped it. And
it's hard to tell from our vantage point if he just dropped it or
Braden Burton.
Braden Burton.
Yeah, he got stripped.
It certainly looked like there was an Olympian arm on his right arm as he was trying to absorb the contact. Warriors were on the move, but another mistake. Second turnover of the game. Will be 1st and 10. Olympians at their own 31-yard line.
So this is their quickie hitter formation.
And he's not looking for a quick hit. He's rolling. He's looking for the deep ball.
We got things covered right now. That's
nice job. And a different quarterback in. For Sprague, it'll be number 12, William Hassoun. 5'10 sophomore, 5'10", 190-pound sophomore. Rotating into the game. Now he's coming to the sideline to get the play from Coach Minyard. Under 3 minutes to play now in the first half.
So they got eye backs this time. Let's see if they run that trap again or that counter.
Hassoun, the backup quarterback, under center.
Play action pass.
Play action pass. It's complete. It's at 22. Looked like 22. To Adam Ferguson. Ferguson catches across the 40-yard line of Sprague, and it's a first down for the Olympians.
Right, that's their fullback, and he just scrapes off the end of the line of scrimmage and out into the, it's an arrow route, about two yards. So it's play action pass, throw it to him. Your safety's the one that has to come up and get him, and Cephas did. He just gained, 4 yards or so. Boy,
a lot of movement and no call. There was a motion in the backfield before the play even happened. The running back was already off to go block, but no call, and a gain of 5 for the Olympians as they continue to dominate the time of possession.
Right, and their size, I think, is getting to our defensive linemen. Our defensive linemen aren't very big. They've got some big kids, and they're driving our defensive linemen back a little bit into our linebackers. So that's not a good combination.
On second down and pressure by the Warriors, he gets out of it. Let's see which quarterback that is. It is still number 12. I thought it was number 8 back in the game, Logan Smith. But it's Hassoun. He's dropped for a loss back to the original line of scrimmage where it started at the Olympian 42-yard line. 3rd and 10 coming up now.
Right, that was a nice defensive play. We stunned it off the right side, got in the quarterback very quickly, untouched, and so that of course he couldn't throw the ball. We just missed the tackle 4 yards deep in the backfield, and he spun out of it, but we ended up making the tackle.
3 receivers to the left now, 1 to the right, a single back.
We have tightened up our coverage right here a little bit. I like that.
High snap. Hassoun's got some running room here to the left side. Beg your pardon. And Braden Curry trying to strip the ball out instead of tackling. He had him wrapped up for a second. Slowed him down, and coming up hobbling is Hassoun. It's good enough for a first down for Sprague, but he is hobbling.
We got a injured Sprague.
I think it's the quarterback.
Can you see him?
Yeah, he got up off the turf real quickly and then went back down.
Okay.
With a minute and a second left to go before the half. It's 14-6 Sprague over the home team, Lebanon Warriors. First game of the 2021 spring football season. They call it the Season 2 sports. Cross country, volleyball, soccer, and football are going on right now. They attend to Hassoun, who came into the ball game for the first time during this series. I trying to look to see if I can see Logan Smith. I don't think there's anything wrong with him, Coach. I think it's a scrimmage type game to find out.
Right.
Maybe that's an audition for a quarterback.
Right.
Oh,
okay, he's getting up here. Let's see. He's kind of gingerly moving on that right leg, but he's on his own.
He does not need any assistance to walk off, but it will take some time to do so. So Sprague is on the move. They will probably have to put Logan Smith back in at quarterback. And he's been getting into a nice rhythm here in the second quarter. Completed a pass to his sophomore standout Rodriguez, 23 yards for their last touchdown to make it 14-6. I looked at my phone earlier. It was 57 degrees at game time. It doesn't feel like that. I can see my breath in here.
Yeah, it's a little. This is like playoff
It's chilly.
time, isn't it?
It does. It doesn't feel like March, does it? This is late winter. Keep on hoping and praying for some warmer weather to come.
Let's see.
So Logan Smith is back at quarterback for Sprague. 1st and 10 from the Warrior 48-yard line. Clock running, 45 seconds left. Sprague's got all their timeouts left.
There's that counter again, and this time they run it to the left.
The Warriors are getting, and here is one of the timeouts by Sprague, one of the 3 they have, and they will use it with 30 and a half seconds left. We do have tenths of a second on the clock. So 30.5 seconds remain before the half. 14-6. Sprague's got the advantage over your Warriors. First quarter, Cole Weber got things started with an 8-yard run. The kick failed. It was an attempt. All the point after attempts are, there's no pressure. It's a jamboree format, so the kick was no good by Ibarra. And that was with 43 seconds to go in the first quarter. And then all the scoring in the second has been Sprague. Bullock from 11 yards out with a run. Kick was good at 9:40 to go in the second quarter to make it 7-6. And then Rodriguez, the sophomore receiver, receiving a pass from Logan Smith, the senior. 23-yard reception. Kick was good at 6 minutes and 20 seconds to go to make it 14-6. And there's been no kickoff, so everyone starts at the 30-yard line.
Right. I think the difference in this game so far has been the line play. I really think that the Sprague defensive line, offensive line is kind of outmatched us so far. I know that the Warriors have been really good in the last few years of making adjustments and stuff like that at halftime, so it's going to be really interesting to see what kind of adjustments the Warriors are going to make here. And you know, one of our best linebackers is hurt. He won't be coming back into the game, Waylon Wolf. So
that's true. Back to pass, deep pass. Up in the air for a long time as that rolls with a bat it down. He bat it down. That ball was up in the air forever and underthrown, but Rolls was on top of it. Great coverage out there at the 10-yard line. Incomplete pass. So they went for the home run ball.
You bet. Yeah, it was 3rd down, you know, and so they still got a time. They didn't have to take a timeout.
It was incomplete on 2nd and 6, so brings up 3rd and 6 now from the Warrior 44-yard line. Need to get to the Warrior 38. Still have 2 timeouts remaining.
3 receivers to the right, single receiver left, 1 running back.
Still light rain coming down.
Warriors showing pressure, and they do. They bring both inside
Smith
backers.
going for the home run ball again. It's up in the air a long time again to the same receiver.
With nice coverage.
A nice coverage again by Austin.
Nice.
They're picking on him, but he is stepping up to the task. Doing a great job.
Yeah, both those were just textbook coverages. That was really good.
And that will bring up 4th down for Coach Minyard and his Sprague Olympian offense, and they will bring in the punter.
Yeah, it looks like they want to punt. Number 10 is going to punt the ball for Sprague. Carson Van Kempen. Is it? Yes.
And he's doing what all punters do, counting to make sure he has everybody out there to protect him.
Doesn't look like we have enough people, or maybe too
They
many.
got too many.
What's going on?
4, 5. We got 9 now. 2 return men back, Dane Cepas and Austin Rolls. And it's off the side of his foot. This is a shank.
Oh boy, this is not even a first down punt, I don't think.
Yeah,
oh, they gave him quite a bit.
Just past the first down marker.
Gave him 7 yards.
Yeah. Where it was snapped is where you count it.
Okay, the Warriors 23 seconds. Let's see what they're going to do here. I think I'd like to see them come out and try to run their veer option if they can do that, and then regroup at half.
1 timeout left for the Warriors. They have a lot of speed out there, and probably see maybe a pass play or two, or
2-back set. This is their running formation. Let's see what they do.
It's a low snap. It's a bad one. Just fall on it, and he does. That is definitely something that will be talked about at halftime.
Let the clock run out.
Yeah. Don't want anything silly to happen. It'll be interesting to see what the coaches decide, if they decide to keep playing with the same format or continue to go with more of a jamboree type situations with untimed plays. And we are at halftime. We've arrived to the halftime portion of the evening. It was a good start for the Warriors. Good defensive stance on the first defensive try of the game, and then the Warriors offensively got on the board first, but it's been all Sprague in the second quarter, and they are not dominating by any stretch of the imagination, but their offensive and defensive lines are getting into the Warriors pretty handily right now. But the score reads 14-6 at the half here at Heath Stadium, and we'll return with the Warrior halftime show on 1580 KGAL.
Enjoy eclectic comfort food, craft brews on tap, and a full all-American menu that Schmeeks at Public House in Lebanon. Introduce yourself to a new kind of fun and casual dining, inside and outside, where neighbors become friends. On the South Santiam Highway in Lebanon, Schmeeks at Public House.
Every land development project starts with the land surveying and engineering. Since 1946, Udell Engineering has provided the design and surveying for projects of all sizes all over the Willamette Valley and beyond. Start your project with a call to Udell Engineering and Land Surveying. And go Warriors!
Willamette Community Bank is proud to support Lebanon's student athlete. By shopping and banking local, you too can help make Lebanon a great place to live and work. At the corner of Main and Milton, communitybank.com. Go Warriors! Bank local, shop local, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Making life easier and more productive, that's what Lindbent and Tractor can do for you. And it all begins by discovering how the full line of Kubota equipment can help. Highway 99E Tangent.
Your Mid-Valley home of the Lebanon Warriors. News Talk 1580, KGAL, Lebanon, Albany, Core Valley.
Welcome back to the Warrior halftime show as we get started with the Warrior halftime show on 1580 KGAL. I'm Rob Allen III, and Rob Allen Jr. has stepped out to take a quick break, and will return to give us some of his expert analysis of this first half between your Lebanon Warriors and Sprague Olympians. Again, it's a quick 5-minute half, so we don't have any spectators in the stands except for the 9 seniors that the Warriors have. Their parents are able to be here. Just two parents can be here, and the Warriors trail 14-6 at the half. The cheerleaders are here, I can tell you that. They've been cheering for your Warriors, Warrior players and coaches, and trying to cheer them on to some positive plays. And there's been some positive plays in the first half, mostly in the first quarter. And the Warriors did move the ball that last series, but coughed up the ball for the second time. It's 2 fumbles in this game so far. And they trail 14-6. Crescent Valley was able to turn in 7 points off the first turnover and no points off the second turnover. Let's see, I think I have my first update from the South Albany Crescent Valley game. 6-0 South Albany leads at the half over Crescent Valley. Also have Wally Ordeman, who could be texting me any moment. now for a West Albany update. But again, quickly, the 5-minute halftime clock winding down, 1:40 to go before the half is over with. Both teams are meeting at opposite end zones and getting their final instructions of the half. And the Warriors trail 14-6. Coach, the Warriors started off pretty good. I'd say the first half of the first quarter, or maybe even 8 minutes, and then somewhere in there, after the first turnover, really, the momentum really swung towards Sprague's side, and the Warriors did get some things going on that last offensive drive until a fumble. So if they can stop fumbling with the bad snaps, they've proven they can move the football up and down the field.
They've done some good things, and there's a few things that are really hurting the Warriors right now, and so the coaches, I hope, are going to be able to talk about that and cover that, and hopefully take care of those issues. But it's been a long time since the boys have been playing football. So
483 days.
Right, and so there's some things that they need from this game that they can work on this week, and it'll make them better, that's for sure. Sprague, on the other hand, like I said, offensive line, defensive line, time of possession, goes towards Sprague. We have the 2 turnovers that did hurt us, and but I really think that our timing of our offense is completely off because we're just not getting a snap, and it's because of weather. I'm sure that our center is more than able to take care of that. So it's just not part of our scheme, though, to go under center and run an offense. So we're going to have to hopefully get that taken care of and then move on. And then, of course, if we can do that, then we'll be able to get our passing game going a little bit. There's just no way Cole has enough time to throw, if the ball's hitting the turf or if it's just a little slow. So.
Yeah, he's had guys like Jacob Boss, Silvio Letty Moore, the other Hassoun, number 57,
he's really
6'3", 230-pounder.
Yeah.
Those other 2 guys are 300, 280 pounds.
Yeah.
And, our center is, he's not very big by any stretch of the imagination, but he's trying to do the best he can. It's hard to snap the ball and get your hands ready to go to war with someone that size, but hopefully he'll do a better job with the snap and everything. I would be remiss if I didn't mention the name of Keith Brown, Coach. Keith Brown is at the University of Oregon, and he would have been a senior this year for the Warriors, a very integral part of the Warrior offense, and especially the defensive plan for Coach Tomlin. But he was going to opt out, then opted back in, then opted back out to join as a freshman. He's at the campus of University of Oregon Ducks and getting ready for their spring ball. But he is definitely a weapon on both sides of the ball that the Warriors miss in a game like this.
He's a great athlete. He's a great team member, a good leader. But, I think with the way this COVID season is and just everything that was involved with all of that, I think he made the right choice. And we wish him good luck. I know that we do miss him here, but, the Warriors are going to be just fine. I see some really good things from the Warriors that, I think that there's just a ton of potential out there.
Yeah, a lot of returners on both sides of the ball for the Warriors. A lot of high expectations were going into the 2020 season, and now that's 2021. There's no playoffs. There's no state trophies that will be awarded. It's just great to be out here. It's great to be doing a broadcast. It's been a while since we did one. We did one in basketball, I remember, at McKay. That was the last time you and I did a KGAL broadcast. It was the last basketball game of the season, last March.
Right.
And so it's just great to see the players and coaches back out there and doing what they love to do and
get the kids out. You're right.
Yeah, get the kids out there and get them out of the house so that they can put the pads on and hit and everything.
The one thing that we haven't found out yet is what is our role going to be like on away games, and so we're working on that. I'll be calling their athletic directors and seeing if they will allow us to come up and find a spot for us to do KJL coverage. Streaming, I know that most schools do stream their games, so that's an option for people. And then, of course, if they don't let us up there, we're going to try to watch the streaming game and maybe cover the game by watching the TV screen. And so those are all new things for us, and it's going to be interesting to see how that looks and how that happens. To tell you the truth, I've never watched a stream game, so the different cameras that each school has, what kind of quality are we getting? Can you see numbers, stuff like that? It's all going to be new experience for us.
Yes, it will be, and they did add the extra 3 minutes like they usually do at most all half times, pre-COVID and during COVID. So it was a 5-minute halftime, and they added 3 minutes for the extra stretching period for both teams, and we're ready for the second half of action. And the Warriors will be moving from our right to left as we start the third quarter with the ball. They will start with the first possession of the game. Okay, so it sounds like we're going to have a running 12-minute quarters here. It's already 8:45, Coach, here in the evening. These games are starting at 7:30, all games this season.
Right. I see some new bodies out there for Sprague.
Nice pitch, and it's Dane Cepas for once in the backfield.
Yeah, I know they want to get the ball in his hands. There's just no doubt about that. He's one of the best athletes that we have. We have 4 or 5 guys that are very quick, with Burton and Curry and Dane and Cole. So, we want the ball to try to get in their hands. So that first play was a perimeter play. This is another perimeter play. So
Dane, nice cut back on the reception. A Warrior first down. 2nd and 6.
So one of the changes right now that I've seen is that since their defensive line has been penetrating, getting in quick, we're having a hard time running our veer option, is that it looks to me like Coach said, let's get to the perimeter, let's get outside quickly, and then see what we can do. And that's a great call by Coach Tomlin.
Keep an eye on the snaps here for the Warriors.
Oh, we got somebody with cramps. I think maybe the Sprague guy.
Yeah, one of the linebackers for Sprague is sitting on the 50-yard line. And he'll have to.
Yeah, I think he was having leg cramps, but he got up now and he's walking off a little bit.
Leg might be feeling a little tight.
Yeah, he's jogging off, so.
Come off for a play and check him out.
Hopefully he's okay.
Cole Weber coming to the sideline to get the offensive play from Coach Ty. 1st and 10 from the Warrior 41-yard line for the Warriors. Start of the third quarter, down 14-6 against Sprague. And quick handoff up the middle, right back to the original line of scrimmage, no gain.
I like the 3 snaps that I've seen in this quarter from our center, and so the ball gets back quicker. We're able to make reads. We're able to do some things differently. Great snap right there too. Catch and throw.
Pass to the outside.
Another first down.
Another first down. Sam Brandt, number 20.
So that ball is getting to the quarterback quicker, and then he's getting rid of it quicker. You don't see a Sprague man within a yard and a half of the quarterback. That's a great call by the coaches, making that change at halftime.
What a big difference a great snap can make for your offense. And so far, 4 in a row. And the Warriors are quickly into Olympian territory. Now the pressure again, and this time he will be wrapped up for a loss and a sack. They're still coming through.
Yep. That was just a little slow, that snap again. So it gives that defensive lineman that extra step, that extra second, while Cole Weber's waiting for the ball to get there. And so let's see if we can get back to, we lost 6 yards?
7 yards. 7 yards, all the way back to the Warrior 45.
2 receivers to the right, tight end left, 2 running backs. Cole Cepas is back there. And so is Cole Weber, and so is, there's another quick
pass to Sam Brandt on the far side. Same pass that he just received here on the near side a couple plays ago.
Picked up 8 yards. So that's just a nice little receiver screen out there. Sprague ran that, half a dozen times there in that first quarter, if you remember.
Good snap. Good snap again.
Yeah. So they've talked to our center, and they found that really needs to happen. So
we'll keep an eye on it to see. It's a slow snap this time. That did not get back, but he got the ball off, and Braden Curry with the incomplete pass.
Just went through his hands, the ball being wet and stuff. So
he was open.
4th down. Looks like they're bringing in some punting.
So the Warriors get a couple of first downs, but stall near midfield at the Sprague 47-yard line. And Cole Weber will be back to punt, zone 41-yard line. Dane Cepas is in front of Cole. It's a bad snap to his left, but he gets it off because there's no rush. Actually, there was a Sprague guy that did come all the way through, or from the far side, but good punt with some extra rollage, some bounce on the turf, and there's that running clock all the way down to 7:15 now.
Yeah, I was watching Coach Eilers was talking to his offensive linemen, and as they come off the field, so he's working with them, trying to get them to get better and to make the right reads and make the right foot pattern. Continually coaching. Brian's been a great coach, and was a great player too, I remember. So just loved working with him when I was coaching.
There's a handoff. Bullock with the carry. Ethan Bullock. Good hard runner for Coach Minyard and the Olympian offense. Warriors stopping for a gain of 4 to the 24 of Sprague. 2nd and 6 for Logan Smith, quarterback under center for Sprague. Back to pass, quick pass, and it is complete. Close to a first down. It is a first down to the 31-yard line. What's going on?
The official on the far side was trying to throw the ball across the field to our ball boy, and it just looked like a duck. It
didn't work.
Had one wing working. That was it. All right, let's see if the Warrior defense can come up here.
1st and 10, Sprague now at their own 31-yard line. 5:40 to go, 3rd quarter. Running clock the rest of the way. 14-6. Olympians over your Warriors. Quick screen. That went, and it's
that could have been a lateral.
Could have been a lateral. Let's see where the head of.
We don't have official that's lined up to see it.
No.
The white hat is too far deep, and he's wanting to go home. I did notice Marcus Ying is out there. Marcus has been around quite a while.
Yes, he has. Decades.
Yeah, yes.
And he's done a lot of sports, too, not just football.
He has.
So we've got an experienced official out there, and now 4:54 and counting. They did call it a 4-yard loss. Good. 2nd and 14.
Okay.
And deep handoff with Bullock.
That's that counter.
And he runs hard for another 4 or 5 yards after contact.
He's a good hard runner, like you said. He's got good legs, good power, and he's got some big linemen that are really making some nice blocks up there. Just counter kicking us out.
5'10", 190 pounds. Solid.
Yep. That's
no mistake about it.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Logan Smith is a good-looking quarterback for them. This does not look like a team that won one game last year. They look like a team that's experienced. They have a lot of players that this is their 3rd year of varsity experience in this system with Coach Minyard. Back to pass, play action, and it is well behind the intended receiver. Thrown to his inside. He was looking to his outside
Oh,
shoulder.
You bet. It was one step away from Cole, from Dane Cephas intercepting that, taking 6, you know. Dane read that really well, and the quarterback just didn't get it to where he wanted it to go, so Dane was so close. So looks like a punt.
Yes, and the punter has struggled tonight for Sprague. Last one was a shank for about 7 yards.
Yeah, you know, he's trying to do a little bit of the rugby thing where he'll catch it and run to the right a little bit and then kick it, and both times he shanked it. Let's see if he goes straight ahead. No, he's off to the side again.
Yeah, and he's just taking his eyes off just a little bit. Getting a bad drop. That touched the Warrior.
Yeah, sure
That
did.
touched the Warrior. Did anyone see it? And that's the Warriors' bullock.
I don't see anybody.
There are 2 bullocks.
Officials are looking at each other.
Yes,
but
they're confused.
They're staying away from each other by about 3 or 4 yards. Like, I don't want to make that call. But yeah, it did look like it hit him.
Caleb Bullock, Jr. for the Warriors, a linebacker, but was on that, trying to get out of the way of the ball. And it looked like it grazed him, but tough to tell.
I'm thinking that was about a 12, 15-yard punt maybe. So that's something Sprague's going to be able to take a look at and work on.
The Warriors get excellent field position at the Sprague 47-yard line. Clock ticking down at 2:30 to go in the third quarter.
2 running backs. This is their running offensive play. Let's see if they'll get to the perimeter again.
There's a handoff to
Cephas, I think, up
Cephas.
the middle.
With Burton with the option to the outside.
Right. That play ran well because of such a quick hitter with the first back coming up that the Sprague defensive line is not across our line of scrimmage hardly at all. So you would look that if that continues, we're able to pull that and get outside the perimeter. So that's nice to see that that's starting to work a little bit. Let's see if they can get another one. Got tight end right, twins to the left, 2 running backs.
2nd and 6 for Lebanon now after Cephas is gained for. There was a lot of movement on the right side, but the Warriors do get some positive yardage to that right side after the cutback.
That's right. That's our version of the lead play, where the fullback will run through the hole over the right guard, and then the left running back will come through and follow him. So that was a nice running play.
And the clock continued to roll down. 1:15. Flag is moving a little bit, and looks like there's still light rain coming down. 3rd and 1 for the Warriors.
This pro set, tight end right, flanker right.
From the 38 of Sprague, no good there. High snap.
Yeah.
And there was a bunch of
The
white jerseys coming in.
You could just see the timing's totally off, and then the offensive linemen are just having a hard time. I mean, all these Sprague guys look to me like they're just swimming. And so they're pulling our offensive linemen right straight through and swimming over the top of them. So
I've been talking about the Lebanon Community Pool too much. Swimming lessons coming up, and you're talking about swimming with the defensive lineman.
okay,
Did a
4th
great
down.
job on 4th down. Back to pass.
He's open outside, I think.
And he's got the 1st down and more. Cole Weber on the run to the far side.
Well, that was a nice play. I mean, we had tight end to the right, so there was a short corner on that side. And he was going to play action pass, but it wasn't open, and so he scrambled to the right, picked up a nice little run. So kept it's going to be the end of the quarter.
Yep,
that was pretty
just
darn,
like that.
Pretty darn quick.
Yes, it was. Running clock here in the second half is what both coaches want, and we are through 3 quarters here at Heath Stadium. Still the same score from halftime. It's 14-6 Sprague. The Warriors are on the move in Sprague territory. We'll return with more Warrior football action on 1580 KGAL. Okay, we're behind a lot of breaks.
Where's the ball at?
But can't do much about it.
No, gonna have to double up breaks. Denver, if you can hear me. Can start doubling up the breaks.
Central Willamette Credit Union branded Lebanon Warriors debit card. Why? Because every time you swipe your Warriors debit card, Central Willamette donates.
We'll be on the 31-yard line. I'm sorry, Tom, but with the delay and everything, I haven't been able to,
Well,
and you can't see things very well.
50 years. Will Ford Insurance online.
You want me to swing it to you for some stats? Do you have some stats?
And with 3
I got
local
scores.
offices, all
Got
things
scores?
Lebanon
And
If
okay.
you'd like to do it yourself or need some helpful advice doing it,
All right.
your
Let's
neighborhood
get you in on
Ace
this.
Contractor Center can help. Summit Ace Home and Garden in Lebanon has been that helpful place for almost 70 years. Formerly the Economic Supply Building Center, now get to know them by their new name, Summit Ace Home and Garden.
1580 KGAL.
Welcome back to Warrior Football on 1580 KGAL, the start of the fourth quarter. Let's swing it back to Tom Gerner. We haven't heard from him in a while. I guess he has some scoring updates for us back down in Central Point.
Down at Central Point it is. I got some scores from around the state, both this side, that side, the other side, every side. Nissa beat Ontario 46-14. Tualatin up over Wesleyan 17-0 in the half. Salem Academy about to break an 11-game losing streak. They're up 35. Mountainside over
Here's the trick play, Tom. I hate to break it into you, and Dane Cepas on the way to the end zone. There's a flag, though, at the 33-yard line. A flag that was away from the play. There was a little bit of trickery there, Coach.
Yeah, it was
on that play.
It was a reverse from the handoff. So let's see what they're going to make called here. It's back by the line of scrimmage.
Yes, and it was away from where Dane was running. As the touchdown bell sounds.
We have a little conference going here. We'll see what the officials are saying. They're conversing.
Sorry, Tom. If you want to go ahead as they continue the conference.
Let's hope might pick it up and wave it off.
I'm looking at the replay here, and looks like the knee went down at the 1-yard line, but
Oh.
it's caught. But that's
The official did not get. Yeah, the official did not give us a signal. He's talking, and so it's a touchdown. But he's talking about both sides about something. I don't
Warning. I think it was a double warning. There's been some extracurricular physical stuff going on. I remember a couple plays ago, one of the Warriors got pushed down, and I think they gave a warning.
Yeah, this is for the 2-point conversion.
So 31-yard run on a reverse for Dane Cepas. The Warriors are back in business, 14-12. They'll go for 2 to tie this game up as the clock continues to roll. Now we have a whistle, and they can stop the clock with a timeout. Coach Tomlin will take the timeout. We got to take a timeout. And we'll take it real quick. 11:18 to go. 14-12. The Warriors trail by 2 in the fourth quarter with a 2-point conversion attempt coming up here on 1580 KGAL.
Good after this. After this 2-point conversion, Tom can give us some more scores.
Yeah.
Schedule a campus visit at BLB.
Need tires? Hi,
I've got plenty.
Yes, you do. You got them from all sides and all classifications.
Well, it sounds great.
Find out who Salem Academy played, Tom.
I'm glad to do.
You know,
That's the funniest thing of the night. Welcome back to Lebanon Warrior Football on 1580 KGAL. The Warriors trail by 2 after the Dane Cepas 31-yard run on the reverse to the near side.
Right.
Now they come out of their timeout, their own timeout, for the 2-point plan here.
They're just running a pro set here with 2 backs, so play action pass maybe. No.
Bullock in for protection. Nobody was open. Boy, there, Cepas got pushed to the turf looking for a call, but no call.
I think he ran that route just a little bit deep, and so the timing of that was completely off. But nice. It was a nice effort. Nice try.
No good on the 2-point conversion. We'll keep it here. Clock rolling at 10:48 to go. And Tom, let's go again. Third try for some updated scores from around the state of Oregon.
Brad just had to get the baby away from the door. So I figured it out. Salem Academy's playing Siles, so it was a little over. And Mountainside down with Lake Ridge, 28 Oregon City, 14 in the third. Central Catholic, 21 Jesuit, 6 in the close one. We'd like to do that one. Lake Oswego and Tiger, both the Shelby games all canceled because of COVID.
All right, thank you very much, Tom. As we get back into action and Sprague back on the offensive side of things with a quick hit up the middle to Bullock, and he is dragging a Warrior about 5 to 7 extra yards after picking up 20 before that. And the Warrior is down.
Yeah,
Sam Brandt.
Nice quick hitter. The offensive line of Sprague really exploded, and we had a Sprague running back that was into the second level within about a second and a half, so it was quick. So
21-yard gain. But he gained like 15 yards before he dragged one of the Warriors for another 5 or 6 yards. So across the 50 into Warrior territory. Of course, no kickoffs, so everyone starts at the 30-yard line. Big difference in this game, and nice cutback by Bullock. He is shifty and strong, still on his feet. Boy, poor tackling by the Warriors tonight. They have not been able to wrap up the strong legs of Bullock.
Yep, I think we're a little bit tall, and I'll tell you right now, the offensive line of Sprague is dominating. They're pushing those guys back into our linebackers. Our linebackers can't see, trying to step out and around, and then it's all arm tackling from there, and it's just let's see if the Warriors can make a stop here, though.
8:26 and counting now. 14-12 Sprague lead. Dane Cephas with a 31-yard scamper into the end zone to make it 14-12. 2-point conversion failed on the pass attempt. So first and 10 at the Warrior 29. Smith back to pass, pressured, still pressured, and wrapped up for a sack. Nice job by the Warriors.
That was a nice play, and that'd be for the Warriors, Blake Siebert.
Second
15.
sack.
Yes. Yeah, he's caused a couple of, when he comes hard, he's caused some havoc there, a couple of plays. So
marching back to the Warrior 39-yard line and a loss of 10. Second and 20. Been a very fun game to call for this first Friday night of action of 6 Friday nights here on 1580 KGAL. Back to pass, Logan Smith. One of his best passes of the night. It is caught for a touchdown on the far side. Let's see what it is. I think it's 11.
Yep.
For the touchdown, Colton Herring.
Just caught rolls, one step. I mean, that was great timing by the quarterback and receiver from Sprague. There's no doubt about that. And Rolls had pretty good coverage, but the receiver did get by him by one step, and that's all it took.
39-yard touchdown reception from Smith to Herring. So now Smith with 2 touchdown passes on the evening.
Can you see the number of the kicker, Rob? I can't.
Looks like 10.
Yeah, I was thinking number 10.
It's like 10. Now that one was a weaker kick, but it still went down the middle. And it's good at number 10.
Van Kempen.
Carson Van Kempen with the kick, and he's made them all. 3 for 3 on the night, 21-12. It's a 2-possession game now with that kick. So the Warriors done a better job with the snap this half than they did in the first half, and been able to march down the field thanks to Cephas' 31-yard run on the reverse. Let's see if they can put together another drive here with the clock ticking. It's just going to be nice for both coaches and their staffs and the players especially be able to have some game film, be able to go off of heading into their second week of action next week. The Warriors will be back at home here against Dallas. But there's still some time left in this game, even with a running clock. 2 timeouts left for the Warriors, down 21-12. Kind of need to be in a hurry-up mode right now.
Timeout Sprague.
Timeout Sprague. They take their first timeout. We'll take a timeout. 5 minutes and 30 seconds to go in the game. It's Lebanon 12, Sprague 21 from Heath Stadium. We'll return with more Warrior football in 1580 KGAL.
We're Linco Federal Credit Union. Keep your money in Lynn County with Linco Federal Credit Union. Enjoy a
Go Warriors from RKI Insurance at the Y in Lebanon.
The tiny house craze has hit the country, and at Last in RV, we're ready for it. You need quality workmanship that can hold up to everyday use. We sell vacation homes on wheels. For no hassle, no pressure customer service, it's Last in RV in Albany.
Body pictures, Larry and Marge Tomlin, owners of J&J Electric, invite you to compare prices, but don't buy until you've seen them. High quality and low prices at J&J Showroom. The hometown folks at J&J Electric have been at your service for over 50 years. J&J Electric, South Pacific and 22nd in Albany.
KGAL.
Welcome back to Warrior Football on 1580 KGAL. Rob Allen III with Rob Allen Jr. bringing you this radio broadcast of the first one of the season, a 6-game schedule for the Warriors. That's started this evening, and they trail 21-12 late here in the fourth quarter with 4:45 to go and counting. Been a running clock here in the second half, and playing with mixed rules. Here's a high snap, but a nice handoff to Caleb Bullock, who gets a carry for the Warriors all the way up the middle to the 45 of Lebanon, 44-yard line, beg your pardon.
That was a nice run. It was a good timing run, good hitter. I know that Sprague has a lot of new jerseys out there. Still, though, it was blocked well and executed well by the Warriors.
Back to pass, Weber, and he will be wrapped up for a sack. Back at his own 40-yard line, so after that great run by Bullock, a negative yardage for the Warriors, 5-yard loss. Under 4 minutes to play now, and it'll be second and 14, I beg your pardon, from the 40-yard line of Lebanon.
Warriors coming out in 2 running backs, tight end, and then Cephas is way left.
Giving him a lot of cushion. There's an option, speed option to the left. Burton, there's a penalty flag that comes in.
You might see holding on Bullock, the fullback. Let's see.
The penalty flag actually hit him in the shoulder. Not too terribly bad, though. Always adds insult to insult when you get whistled for the flag and the flag actually hits your shoulder.
Wow, I'm not sure.
Do you see a signal?
No, I did not. And they didn't move the ball. So they pick it up. Yeah.
It's been one of those nights.
I'm not sure what the officials are really doing either.
So 3rd and 14, 3 minutes to go. 3rd and 14 for the Warriors from their own 40-yard line. After the
screen
no
left.
gain, screen left, Braden. Burton on the run still, and he will be corralled near the 50-yard line, short of the yards to gain for the first. The Warriors will go for it. At their own 49 will be fourth, and they'll move it back to the 48. Be fourth, and we'll call it 7 yards, about 6 yards. 6 yards to go, 4th and 6 from the Warrior 48-yard line. Need to get to the 46 of Sprague. Back to pass, pocket collapses. Weber still on the run. He'll throw, wide open receiver, it's caught. Still on his feet at the 25-20 and to the 10-yard line inside the 10. It's like number 4 for the Warriors. Ryan Rivers with a catch. He was wide open. Nice job by Weber with his feet to get out of a tackle.
He had to scramble,
throw across his body.
Left, and then from his rolling left, he throws back across the grain, which is not a high percentage, but the receiver came back and made the catch. Nice play.
1st and goal from the 9. Play action pass, the ball is batted down, but the clock will continue to roll. A minute and a half now to go in the game. Warriors have 2 timeouts. They want to use one right now. Set up a play to get in the end zone, but they will not use the timeout. They will let the clock roll. 2nd and goal from the Sprague 9. 21-12, Sprague lead. They have led most of the way. The Warriors had the first lead of the game at 6-0 with a little over 6 minutes to go. 43 seconds left in the first quarter. That's when the Warriors had the lead. Back to pass, strong pass, but it's well over the head of Dane Cepas. There's a late flag that comes in. He got tackled as the ball was in midair.
Yeah, Marcus Ying makes that defensive pass interference call.
And, the clock is stopped at 46.8 seconds left. It's half the distance to the goal, so just inside the 5-yard line will be second and goal for the Warriors. Because of the whistle, the clock stops. 46.8 seconds left. Warriors with a golden opportunity to get on the scoreboard for the third time tonight, down 21-12. Weber looking to his right, pass is over Cepas' head. And the clock will continue to roll, 38 seconds left. Still have timeouts to use if the Warriors would like to, but they will not. 26 seconds left. Third and goal from inside the 5. Quick hit up the middle, no, and I bet you the Warriors will use the timeout now. And they do with 16.3 seconds left.
Fourth down. Timing on that play was not very good again,
So the Warriors will have one more crack at it. It was a very, very short loss on the carry for the Warriors back to their 5-yard line. Ball was inside the 4 to start. Get warm water exercise throughout the year by diving into the Lebanon Community Pool. Summer swimming lessons are coming, along with pool parties and rentals. Plus, you can join the swim club. Open 7 days a week, the Lebanon Community Pool. Learn more at LebanonPool.org. From construction site development to subdivisions, from roads to driveways, from water and sewer lines to demolition or cleanup, there's only one company you need, R.J. Armstrong and Associates. Contact them at 541-451-4286. That's 541-451-4286. Thank all of our sponsors for helping us bring to you this radio broadcast here on 1580 KGAL. So we are 16.3 seconds away from concluding the first week of action in the 2021 spring football season. Back to pass, same play. I think it's caught. It is caught. Touchdown Warriors.
nice.
Braden Curry, I think, with the catch.
Real nice catch, yes.
Nice catch by Braden. Nice throw.
Got 1 foot down just before going out. That was pretty sweet.
Second score of the fourth quarter for the Warriors. And there's zeros on the clock. Will they give them a chance? Yes, they will. I hope they will give them a chance for a conversion. It's 21-18 right now, so the Warriors cannot tie, but they can go for 2 to work on their 2-point conversion attempts. So Sprague is going to win this contest, whether or not it counts as a win or nothing at all. They will win on the scoreboard. Whether it will be 21-18 or 21-20 remains to be unseen here, as one untimed down will be a 2-point conversion attempt for the Warriors. See if they go to the same play with Cepas on the outside. No, they look left. Curry catches it for the 2-point conversion. And that's the end of the ball game.
Nice route and a nice pass. It was a good job.
Yes, a great way to end the night. Great drive by the Warriors to get some momentum heading into next week against Dallas. We're going to start our Warrior post-game show, and Warriors lose at 21-20 to Sprague tonight at home in week 1. And we'll be back to wrap things up on 1580 K.